Hello, wonderful traders. Dadas here from the Dadas Trading Room on Discord and Dadas Trading System Workshop on patreon.com/Dadas Trading System Workshop. Yeah, so it's time to do the next daily recap. As we can see, the market, or I'm talking about the DAX index, so the German index of the 30 biggest German companies. It's called the DAX 30, sometimes, so DAX 30, sometimes also called US 30. Basically, well, it depends on the broker. Also, it depends whether it's a cash instrument or the futures instrument. Well, I'm trading a cash instrument, so it's not the future price; it's the actual price, cash price. Well, as we can see here, after a move on the opening of the day, after the initial movement downwards, the market started recovering, and it made over 700 pips upwards. Then it made a little correction, and again even higher. And just before the opening of the Frankfurt session, it began to go down. And on the opening of the Frankfurt session, it made a bigger retrace. We call it a retrace or a correction, right? Or a pullback also, a bigger pullback. And then it again bounced off some support here, started going up. And again it made a new high. So basically the whole day today was 857 pips. Out of the last 3 weeks, so 2 weeks before and this week, this is the highest range of the day. And also the market was pretty volatile at some moments. However, at some moments it was even though it showed around 100 pips on the ATR of 14 periods on M15. It wasn't so crazy, and it gave some opportunities to trade, at least with the Dadas trading system. So here are the trades I made today. So let's first zoom in on them and see the market still moving something or not. Seems like it's not moving a lot. So yeah, we can now take a look at this market. So what I traded today. So we can see that first of all, let's refresh this. Yeah, so here are the hours. First of all, the first trade was right there. So basically, I was trying to go with the rule or the notion that I should trade around the close prices of certain specific close prices. Now, why did I trade long here and not short? Because of the price action. I saw that the market broke through to the other side. So from the bearish trend, it broke through to the bullish trend, and so the first candle showed a bullish trend. The second candle made a retest, but it bounced back. Yeah, and on the third candle, I decided to find the breaking point of this open price. So looking both on close and open prices. Yeah, And we can see this trade right here on Discord, where yeah, right there, this is the first one. So yes, so as you can see, this was the red M5 candle. More or less, we had you know, the close price of the previous candle is right there. The close price of this red candle is right there. It's blue because the price was already on the other side, right? So yeah, and I made a measurement right there on these three candles, and the moment the market bounced back and started going up, I simply got in on the moving train, and I got my automatic trailing stop. Most probably this was a trailing stop after the 5.5 pips, uh, but it closed with some kind of a slippage, which is characteristic of this market, especially right now, because of the violent movements. So yeah, because of the violent movements, this is how the market reacts. And sometimes it just lacks liquidity. Okay, so that was the first trade. The second trade, well, you know, I waited out. I was looking at what the price was doing. I waited out. I saw this movement down, and then the price immediately recovered. So I thought that I would look for a long somewhere in the area of the close price of this bullish candle, which I did. So this one is, I think this one. Yep, this one. So you see that we have the close price right there. We see this measurement on these three candles. That's trade ruler. We see that the price moved back and respected this level as support. Started moving back up, uh, retested this again, and started moving up again. And that's where I got in. The price, you know, the expert opened the trade. I mean, it wasn't the expert. I mean, the expert sent the order, but the price made a sudden movement down, and it got executed right there, which basically was a good thing. I mean, turned out to be a good thing because I got 8.2 pips right there, so it was a pretty nice trade. Again, some trailing stop acted right there, and it got taken out, also with somewhat of a slippage right there. Yeah. Okay, so that was nice. And then again, I hesitated with trading until this moment, and perhaps you see, I lost this trade. I lost this trade at minus 12.7 pips, which maybe wasn't so good because you know, basically I simply failed to notice this red trend line right there. So I basically shouldn't have been looking for a long really at this point. So that's why well, we can see this long right there. Uh, I commented that a bit prematurely. Yeah, basically it was a bit prematurely because we had this uh, trend going right there, a little bearish trend, and the candle was red there. So you see, I got in. I got in kind of immediately on the movement up. Well, you know, taking into consideration the way the market has been behaving recently, I simply counted on this effect that it would simply just, you know, make this movement, this violent movement. Anyway, it didn't. It stopped. It moved back, and my initial stop loss was even further. My initial stop loss was like you can see that the red line where the initial stop loss had been, right? But seeing what was happening, I moved my stop loss higher because I thought it's better to lose less than to lose more. And still, I mean, I got a pretty big slippage right there. I would have lost even less, but okay, it happened. Whatever happened, just happened. So the next trade, I wasn't even looking here on this on the M5. I posted this picture, and I immediately, when I came back to look at the chart, I saw this situation right there. So I saw the price moving violently up. As you can see, the price simply made a move down and then started moving violently up. So this is exactly what I was counting on at this moment. Well, so then I saw, you see, this, but what happened here actually is that the price broke for the second time. This is the first break, and for the second time, the price broke that previous level, right? So first, it defended the close price of the bearish candle as support, and twice here and the second time right here, right? So it made a higher low, and then it started moving quickly upwards, and then it retraced. Now of this candle, I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't get my trade because the price had already gotten out right there, but I still clicked my button, and luckily the price, jumped a little bit and triggered my, I got filled right there, and then the movement was pretty quick, and this was again my trading stop, right? The trading stop at 5.5 pips, closed with a slippage below. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, there was a slippage, so I got 4.5 something pips right there, and immediately after that, as we can see, like after that, the price went back down and started coming back up again, doing like those one, two, so three bounces or two bounces, whatever, and so it got back over the mm, mm, in the bullish trend, right? So the price got back in the bullish trend, made a quick move right here, a short pause, and started moving back up, and I simply got in there. You can see that this is the same measurement. I didn't move my data trade ruler a bit. It's the same measurement, and upon the same measurement, I got in, and again a quick movement with the trading stop after 5.5 pips, and it got taken out. This is the standard, let's say, the standard pips, right? That I usually get when there is no slippage. And then I looked at the H4, what was happening, what was going on. That's why I posted it here, so that we could see that on the H4 the price started moving up. So for a moment, I had the idea that perhaps the market would be going back up, like covering this gap here. Well, it didn't really happen. What really happened is that the price retraced again. Yeah, we see here it's about this level that the price started coming back down, and on this move back down, I kind of, I hesitated with this trading, even though I could have taken a trade anywhere there. Anyways, we see this platform here, so like four candles that make this sort of a, well, a platform. Well, some people call it a ledge, yeah, like a ledge. And then after this candle closed, I decided to try to find an opportunity to get in for a short, and that's exactly what happened, right? uh, I got in. You see, again, there was like one green candle, one red candle, and I made this measurement right here on these three candles, or bars, Franco bars. So the price broke out, came back, showed the wick here, so I immediately got in. And you can see that the trailing stop is right there, right? So basically, this was the 5.5 pips trailing stop, but the slippage got bigger. That's why I commented here. Slippage is getting bigger, as sort of a warning that something is going on the market. Like market is getting more volatile, and I mean, in the sense that there's probably less liquidity on the market, and the prices are just, you see what happened here. I mean, the price came back, and then when it was falling down on the next move, it just, just crossed it out simply. One, two, three, four, five, six, just six candles without any hesitation. It's just one, or just one strike. Now here a little bit of hesitation, another strike, and then, yeah. So basically, this would have been a perfect situation to get into the trade. But how are we going to know that this is the perfect situation? Why didn't the price do the same thing right there? You tell me. Okay, so let's continue looking at what happened later. Uh, yeah, so that was the trade right there. I stopped trading. I basically had to go out and do whatever I had to do. Then I observed the market. I saw that the market right there, the basic comeback. Yeah. So after the bearish trend, come back over into the direction of the bullish trend. Let's say we have a demand zone right there, right? We have another higher low, and then the market again breaks out into the bullish trend, another candle. So I decided to look for a long on right there. Now I wasn't actually thinking about whether this is a support or resistance or whatever. Perhaps it would have been better for me to, I don't know. I mean, I just traded off the closed price right there. So what happened right there is like this. See, the market was recovering and pushing upwards. And basically, what happened right there on this trade, I'll show you on the next picture because it's more clear on the next picture. What happened on this trade is that the market was pushing back up, so I triggered it. I triggered my data trade ruler expert advisor, and it triggered the trade. I got filled, and you see where it closed, and you see where the trailing stop is. So basically, this gave me information that the slippage has even increased even more, because you see, this is a 5.5. pips trading stop, so it's like it took away half of my profit right there on this slippage. Okay, that's why I decided not to trade further, even though you see what happened. I mean, you see what happened just a moment later. But yeah, but if my stop loss was right there, it would have been taken out here or there, right? No, here for sure. So basically, this was whatever happened here was all right. But you see what happened later on. I mean, the price made another retest down, and then all of a sudden decided to go up, right? Well, I didn't take the opportunity, but again, this was a very quick. These here were very quick strikes, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles, 7 bars without any pullback, without any wick, just a strike. You never know if you can get filled on something like that or not, or how much slippage are you going to get on something like that. Well, here there were some more pullbacks, but again, again the movement right there was again very quick. So to continue, I wasn't trading anymore. I was just watching the market, and again, something like a ledge or whatever you call it. You see a flat consolidation right there, made of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, where the price came back to the trend line, recovered, again respected the trend line as support, again recovered. So we are at this level, right? We are at the level of this candle's close, right? This bullish candle's close, and this is basically the break of this bullish candle close. So if we look at it this way, right? This candle broke that data straight ruler long breakout line, yeah. So that's where I decided to look for a long trade, and that's what I did, and that was a very good trade, a trade that I'm very satisfied with. You see, there is the green candle, the bullish candle, there is that level that has been measured from these 3 candles, right? It's the same level as the, or almost the same level as the close of the candle. So everything fitted very nicely. The price went down and started recovering very quickly. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a 6 bar strike, and I just decided to go in to get in, counting on quick continuation. So the price hesitated for a moment and then broke out. I had a trailing stop going right there first, and then I trailed manually. So as the price was moving, I simply moved the stop loss just behind the previous. So on the close of, more or less on the close of the previous bar. So more or less of the close of the more or less of the close of the previous bar, and that's it. I mean, I didn't have any opportunity to trail further. It got taken out at 11.9, so almost 12 pips, and it was a very nice trade. I was very satisfied with it. I still am. Okay, so that's what happened today. That's how I traded today. I simply traded my thing. I didn't get hot about all those movements because, like I always say, I never know. And why should I know? I don't need to know. I just need to do my thing. That's all, right? Just do your thing. You don't need to know. because every time you know, you are simply, well, you're gonna get kicked in the ass, right? Because you don't know, and you just gotta accept it. Just do your thing. Okay, so yeah, you can look here so that you can see. Yeah, the account is slowly growing. Right, we are on. We have recovered all our previous losses that we've made on this account, and going further forwards slowly, but systematically. That's what counts. Okay, so that's it for today. That's the daily recap for today. Please, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please hit the notification bell so that you will be notified about my future videos. And if you like my videos, please give it a like, thumbs up. If you don't like my video, please be sure to confirm it twice. So hit the thumbs down twice so that you're certain that you don't like me. Okay. And I also invite everybody to join my Discord server. You see that I'm streaming my trading live. So this is a live stream right there. Of course, it's in Polish, but you will see it in English or whatever language is available on Discord, and it's your language, of course. And yeah, so basically you can join my Discord server. The invitation is below in the description. You get access to all these channels right there. So we can talk, we can chat, you can look at my live streaming. You can live stream. I can give you, if you wish to have other instruments, channels for other instruments, I will make those channels for you. But, however, if you want to have access to my special channels, especially the data trading system channel right there, or room, let's call this whole thing a room, where there are channels for like patrons only, you need to become my Patreon. My patron on the patreon.com/data system workshop. If you become my patron, you will get a number of benefits. First of all, I make videos, special videos on Saturdays that are a recap of the whole week. And the last film from last Saturday is over 4 hours long, so you can get a treat like that. If you are my patron, you can also ask me to code you some indicators in MQL4, or even simple indicators, simple expert advisors. You can ask me to make a video on a specific topic that you're interested in, even if it's a very basic topic, even about how to work with the MT4 platform. Yeah, and also the monthly payments that you're making on Patreon are being summed up, and the moment you gather enough, you accumulate enough to get my 3 hours of my data trading system workshop live and in private, then you will get it. And as soon as you can, if you accumulate enough money for 6 hours, of course you will get those 6 hours in 2 sessions, because a 3 hour session is long enough, and you will get my whole system for free. So you will get all the indicators, all the instructions, the expert advisor, uh, tons of movies to watch, well, maybe not so much in English, but still quite enough in English to watch, so that you can figure things out before. we have this private session, and yeah, and then you will be a VIP member, and you'll get all the benefits of the VIP member. Yeah, so thanks a lot for today. See you tomorrow, and have a nice one.